Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll talk about the ORderby clause in the SQL query language. Before we step into the video, I would like to let you know that the intention of this video is not to prepare you for interviews, rather help you enhance your logical thinking, visualize the data movement, and prepare you for real-time project scenarios. With that, let's start with the video. On the left-hand side, what you see is an employee table with 4 columns: employee ID, name, city, and salary, and you have 5 records. Let's go through those 4 questions that you see on the left side and try to understand those scenarios and write an SQL query for that. Let's start with the first one. You wanted to see all the data from the employee table. As you know from the first lesson, when you want to see all the data from a table, it selects star from the table, which is going to give you record from all the column and all the rows. There's no filters, there's no order. Now in a real time, when you write a query, there is a purpose behind you writing query. Basically, you wanted to infer some information. Let's go to the second question and assume a scenario. Let's say you wanted to see all the data from the employee, but you wanted to see the data in a certain order. You want the data to be ordered by salary, such a way that the person with the least salary comes first and the person with the highest salary is at the end. So basically, you wanted to sort your data by salary in an ascending manner. I hope you know the difference between ascending and descending. Ascending is always least to highest, and descending is highest to least. Let's see how you can write this query using SQL. So as always, it's select. Since you want all the column, we'll do select star from employee. So this is going to basically take all the column and all the records, not in a certain order. Now you want that to be ordered by salary. So the keyword is order by which column is it? Salary. Now there are two way of ordering. One is ascending and descending. So you have to use the keyword ASC for ascending. You have to use the keyword DSC for descending. If you don't give anything, by default it will take ascending, but it's always a good practice to use a keyword for good code readability. Now let's see behind the scenes how this data is being reordered. Since the sort is in ascending, it's going to rank the salary. The person with the salary, the least salary, will be given the first position. In this case, Daniel, who gets 35,000, will take the first position, followed by Krista, who gets 45,000, followed by George and Alex. They both are getting 50,000. So they may take either third or fourth position. It could be either George taking third or fourth position, or it could be Alex who can take the third or fourth position, which is up to how the database works behind the scene. It is not under our control because both of them gets 50,000. And the last position will be for 70,000. So Rajesh, who gets the highest salary 70,000, is at the last because you're sorting it in an ascending manner. So let's see how the data is going to be reordered. So Daniel will be in the first position, followed by Krista, followed by George, followed by Alex, and followed by Rajesh. And this would be your final output of a query. I'm going to remove this. So Daniel, who gets 35,000, is at the top, followed by Krista, who gets 45,000, the second least salary. George and Alex in third and fourth position, and Rajesh, who gets the highest salary, is at the bottom. So this will be the final output of your query. Now let's look at the third question. It's same as the second question, but here you want to sort the data in such a way that the person with the highest salary is at the top and the person with the lowest is at the bottom. So basically you wanted to sort it by descending order. So now let's write the query, select star from employee, which is going to give you all the records. And then you wanted to order by the column salary and descending order. So the person with the highest salary will be at the top, which is 70,000 will get the first rank, followed by George and Daniel. They will take the second and third position, followed by Krista, and then Daniel with 35,000 will be the last. Now let's see how this is going to be reordered. So Rajesh will be in the first row, followed by George in the second row, and Alex in the third row, and Krista in the fourth row. So this will be the final output of the query. So you're looking at the data from the employee table ordered by salary in a descending manner. So Rajesh with the highest salary is at the top, and Daniel with the lowest salary is at the bottom. This will be the final output of your query. Let's move on to the next question. Now, I wanted to see the data ordered by two columns. One is city and salary, such a way that the city should be ordered in an ascending manner and the salary should be in descending manner. So it's a combination of two columns. Let's see how this can be written. So first, you write the basic query. Select star from employee. It's going to give you all the records, right? Next, you're asked to order by city. So order by employee city. Now it's going to reorder the data based on the city. Now there are two cities, Chicago and London. So it is in ascending order. You can either use the keyword ascending here or you can leave it as it is. You can give the keywords better. Now city is a string. It's an alphabet. It's going to order based on A to Z. So Chicago will take the first position. So there are two employees in Chicago. So Daniel and Alex will take the first and second position, followed by London. And we have three employees in London. So third, fourth, and fifth will go to these three employees in a certain order, which is not controlled by us. So Chicago will take the first position, and two employees in Chicago will take the first two position. And London will take the second position. So we have three employees. So third, fourth, and fifth will take the and this will be the final result. As you can see, the data is now ordered by city in an ascending order. So Chicago will take the first position, followed by London. Since you have two employees in Chicago, it takes the first and second position. And you have three employees in London that will take the third, fourth, and fifth position. And this is not controlled by us. It is just randomly done, sorted by the database engine. Now, the next part of the question is you also wanted it to order by salary. It's a combination of city and salary. So the column is employee salary and that should be in descending order. So what happens is now the data is already sorted by city. In that sorted data, that is under Chicago, the data should be further sorted based on salary. Now under Chicago, I have two employees, Daniel getting 35,000 and Alex getting 50,000. Now if I have to sort it based on this salary, Alex will get the first position and Daniel will get the second position. Now under Chicago, I have three employees. Sorry, under London, I have three employees. And if I have to sort it based on salary in descending order, Rajesh, who's getting 70,000, will get the first position, followed by George, followed by Krista. Now, this data, which is already ordered by city, is going to be further reordered based on the salary. And this will be your final output. So it is going to take Alex under Chicago, the first position, and Daniel will take the second position. Now, within London, there is going to be a shuffling where Rajesh will take the first position. Earlier you can see George was in the first position. Now Rajesh will take the first position. George will go to the second position and Krister will take the third position. As you can see, there is no change in the order of Chicago and London. They will still remain as the first and second. Chicago will be in the top and London will be in the bottom. But within Chicago and London, there's going to be a reshuffling based on the salary of the employee. And this will be the final output of your query. So the first data is going to be sorted based on city Within each city, the data is going to be further shuffled or sorted based on the salary of the employee. And this will be the final result of your query. I hope you are able to understand this concept. As and when we progress, we'll cover more advanced scenario and try to visualize the data movement. Thanks for watching.